Today we're going to learn about the surface area and volume of spheres. Today's lesson is going to be a little different because instead of just focusing on volume or surface area, we're going to do both in one lesson. So first of all, you need to know that a sphere, as you can see, the definition is on the page. It's a solid in which each point is equidistant from the center. Now, there's a couple vocabulary terms that we're going to remain familiar with from our previous unit, which is that this guy right here is the center of the sphere. Just like we have the center of a circle, we have a center of a sphere. Likewise, this guy right here is our radius. It goes from the center of the sphere to a point on the sphere. The distance all the way across would be the diameter. And then we have one new vocab term, and then that is the vocab term for this guy right here. That is called the great circle. The great circle slices the sphere into two hemispheres. So the great circle. All right, now we're going to jump in and we're going to find the surface area and volume of spheres. So to find the volume of a sphere, we are going to take the formula 4/3 pi r cubed. So again, the only piece of information you need is the radius to find the volume. So clearly in this picture, you can see that the radius is 7. So we're going to take our formula and we're going to take 4/3 pi, and then I'm going to replace my radius with 7. Notice we're used to the radius being squared, but in volume it is cubed. So then you're going to take your calculator and you're going to type in your 4/3. You're going to type in times pi and then times your 7 to the 3rd power. And then we're going to round that to the nearest tenth today. So we're looking at 1,436.8, and we are in inches cubed. Volume is always in cubic units. So that's how much it would take to fill that sphere. Example 2, this one's still finding the volume. So I'm going to take that 4/3 pi r to the 3rd, and I'm going to look at my picture and I see that the diameter is 33. So if I want to find my radius, I take 33 and I have to take it and cut it in half so that my radius is now 16.5 centimeters. So I'm taking that formula, 4/3 pi, and I now know my radius is 16.5. And I'm going to take my formula and I'm going to do the same thing. I am going to type in my 4/3 times pi times 16.5, making sure that it is cubed, and then we do get a fairly large number. It is 18,816.6, and then this was in centimeters cubed. All right, so now that we are comfortable with volume, we're going to find surface area. Surface area, the formula is a little easier because you don't have to worry about putting a fraction into your calculator. Our formula for surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared. Notice the radius is squared again because we're talking about area and not volume. So we're going to look at our sphere and we're going to identify the radius, which is 2.8. So we're just simply going to take 4 times pi, and then I'm going to replace my radius with 2.8 And then we just need to be comfortable with our calculator. So we're going to type in 4 pi times 2.8 squared on our calculator. And we're looking at 98, again to the nearest 10th, 98.5. And then this time we're in meters squared because this is an area, not a volume. Example 4, you will see the diameter is 24. For the surface area formula, we don't want a diameter. We need to know the radius. So we're going to be taking the radius and squaring it. So if my diameter is 24, my radius is half of that, which is 12. So I'm replacing my radius with 12. So I'm taking 4 pi times 12 squared, and then we're rounding that to the nearest 10th, which is going to be 1,809.6. And we are in millimeters squared. So the only difference between a sphere and a hemisphere is a hemisphere is half of a sphere. So if we're talking about the volume formula, our volume formula was 4/3 pi r cubed. Now, that's for an entire sphere. If I take a sphere and I cut it in half, I have two options. I can divide this whole formula by 2, or the other option is I multiply it by 1/2. Multiplying by 1/2 is the same thing as dividing by 2. And if I do that, I multiply fractions straight across. So my 4 times 1 gives me 4. My 3 times 2 gives me 6. So that becomes 4/6 pi r cubed. But then we reduce 4/6 to 2/3. So my volume formula for a hemisphere is not 4/3 pi r cubed. It's actually going to be 2/3 pi r cubed. So that's how we derive that formula for a hemisphere. So now we're simply going to take that and we're going to do this problem knowing that it's a hemisphere. Instead of using 4/3, since it's a half of a sphere, we're going to use 2/3 pi r cubed. In my picture here, I see that the radius is 5. So I'm just going to input 5 kilometers in for my radius. And then I just have to make sure I'm typing in 2/3 instead of 4/3. So 2/3 pi, and then I have 5 to the 3rd power. And that would be 261.8. And we are in kilometers. Again, volume is in cubic units. So now we're going to look at the surface area of a hemisphere. So if I take my original surface area formula, which was 4 pi r squared, and I know a hemisphere is half of a sphere, I could divide that by 2, and I end up with 2 pi r squared. But bear with me a second. So when I found the surface area of a sphere, it was all the outside of the sphere. Now when I cut this in half, I have now left a new face open. And we see that that open face is a circle. So I now have to account for this open circle right here. So that is just one additional circle. So I have to add another circle, which we know how we find the area of a circle is pi r squared. So in total, I have 2 pi r squareds plus 1 pi r squared, which is 3 pi r squared. So our surface area formula for a hemisphere is 3 pi r squared. So So now we're going to apply that formula to this hemisphere. So I see in my hemisphere that the diameter is 12.2. So I have to identify that radius. That radius is 6.1 centimeters. And then I'm going to use my surface area formula, which is 3 pi r squared. I'm replacing that radius with 6.1, and I'm going to type that in my calculator, and we're going to round to the nearest tenth. So I have 3 pi, open parentheses, 6.1, square it, and we're looking at 350.7, and this is in centimeters squared. So here's an overview of those formulas if you need those formulas.